right, here I go, off to the writers conference. We'll see if I can find any images and videos that might be fun. I get a little nervous, but here we go. Let's do this.
Because the white ones are best and the green ones are gross.
If you took your writing and you said my writing is like this music, where does it go? All right, do you write the equivalent of Beethoven? Do you write the equivalent of Bon Jovi? Do you write the equivalent of Cyndi Lauper? Because I'd like to read that.
Most of the advice isn't about writing, it's about their opinion of being a writer. People have told you never read your reviews. Okay, that's actually true. Find your favorite book of all time, like a book that you're like, okay, this is perfection. And go on to Goodreads and look it up and click on 1-star reviews and see how many nasty things people said about that book.
The first novel-length manuscript I ever wrote. Never got published, but it got me my first agent, not at that length.
If I wanted to be at 69, but I'm only at 50, well, maybe I'm a failure. That is cheating yourself out of the celebration that you are And there is power in the stories that we tell. Power to change who people are in every remarkable way. Power to influence lives, to save lives. That is the story you will tell. There are books up in that bookstore right now that people are going to read this year, and they will say, this is the reason I got out of bed. They will say, this is the reason that I'm still in my relationship. I didn't walk away. This is the reason I'm alive today. Next year, or the year after that, or the year after that, get your story told. So you stay in the game. Don't you ever give up. Your story has value, it has meaning, and moreover, we need it. We need you, because on our own, we are not enough without you. Thank you very much.
Then when your reader reads that story, they create a new experience, which is why you get all the, fan fiction and people like wanting to ship characters together and what's going to happen here and are you going to write more books in this series and all this kind of stuff.
I could actually win a Whitney, then I would know it wasn't a fluke or an error. I would know I belonged. I would know that what I was doing had value and worth, that I had created something that was worthwhile. And when that moment came a few years later, and I was awarded the Whitney Award for Best Book of the Year, the uplift of the moment didn't even last through the night. After the gala, gosh guys, I'm not gonna cry. I told myself I wouldn't. After the gala was over, I sat alone with that award, closed in its box, having to grapple with the reality that reaching that milestone hadn't changed the struggle I was having. The doubts hadn't instantly evaporated. My race toward the Once Eyewitness Award finish line hadn't brought the confidence and reassurance I was so certain it would. I was more exhausted, more unsure of myself and my writing than I had been before. And as if I'm not feeling vulnerable enough already, I have set myself up to have to say vulnerable things. This box contains that Whitney Award, and I have never opened it in the decade since it was given to me. Not because I'm not proud of it, I am. Not because it isn't a great accomplishment, it is, but because I had placed so much importance. I had stacked the entirety of my ability, I'd staked it on this award proving to me that I was doing what I was meant to be doing. This was the thing that was supposed to fix me. And I had to consider that maybe writing was never meant to be a race towards some undefinable finish line. Watching each other's progress, trying to decide who's going to arrive first, trying to speed up our own journey so we don't get left behind. Writers are not racers. We are not meant to be rushing toward a finish line, but rather to be building bridges made of words we compose, held together by a mortar made of the life we live, the tears we shed, and the hard-earned wisdom we've gained.